Hi guys, welcome to my channel Cooking Diaries. Today I am going to show you how to make gingerbread spice cake. This recipe from 1850s is just perfect to bring out all those amazing flavors, and it makes for a beautiful cake for your holiday gatherings. So without further delay, let's get started. To make this cake, we would need about 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, that's 300 grams, half a cup of sugar, that's 100 grams, 1 cup of buttermilk, 1 cup of molasses, 1 stick, that is a half a cup or 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature, 1 large egg, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger powder, half a teaspoon of allspice powder, half a teaspoon of cloves powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla for flavoring. This recipe gives us a 9 by 9 cake. So here I have a 9 by 9 inch pan that I greased with some cooking spray and lined with some parchment paper. So that's ready. If you are going to make a single layer cake, so this is good enough. But if you are going to make a 2 layers cake, then just double the recipe and make 2 9 by 9 inch cakes. If you are going to make a 3 layer cake, then just triple the recipe. For our first step, I am going to sift all purpose flour and all of the dry ingredients, that is spices and salt, into a bowl. I'm going to give this a good mix and keep it aside. Next, I'm going to cream butter and sugar together using an electric mixer. Once the butter and sugar are mixed well and comes into a nice fluffy paste, we will go ahead and add our egg and vanilla into it and mix it all well together. Next, I'm going to add our buttermilk to the molasses and give it a good mix. And add this back to our butter, sugar, egg mixture. Now give it one more mix until everything is combined well. Now I'm going to add our dry ingredients to this and fold it in using a spatula. We don't want to over mix the flour, so we're just going to fold it in until the flour is just combined with all the wet ingredients. As you mix the batter, you will already notice the amazing smell coming from that molasses and all that spices. It would be just amazing, guys. Now that our batter is ready, I'm going to pour this all into this prepared 9 by 9 inch pan. Gently spread the batter and smooth out the top a little bit using the spatula. Alright, now we are going to bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes. Put a skewer at the center of the cake, and if it comes out clean, it's all good. I'll show it to you guys once the cake is baked and ready. There we have it, guys. My cake baked exactly for 45 minutes. Now I'm going to let this cool down on the countertop for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'll flip it onto a cooling rack and let it cool down completely before we frost this cake. Alright, my cake is cooled down completely, guys. While this cake is cooling down, I went ahead and make another cake just like this because I wanted to make a big gingerbread cake. So it is going to be a 2-layered cake that I'm going to show you guys today. Next, I am going to make a nice mascarpone buttercream frosting for our cake. So here I have 2 8-ounce tubs of mascarpone cheese, 20 tablespoons of unsalted butter, that is 2.5 sticks or 1 1/4 cups. Here I have 6 cups of powdered sugar, that is sifted, 1 tablespoon of vanilla for flavoring. Now since I have 2 layers of cake, I need a lot of frosting. That's why I have all of these ingredients. But if you are going to make only 1 layer of the cake, just cut everything in half and make your frosting. And also this frosting is not going to be super sweet, so you could actually increase or decrease the amount of sugar according to your preference. Here I have my stand mixer with paddle attachment. To this I am going to add my softened room temperature butter and also the mascarpone cheese until they are mixed well and forms into a nice thick fluffy paste. If you cannot find mascarpone cheese, or if you don't like mascarpone buttercream frosting, then you could actually make cream cheese frosting, and that goes excellent with this cake. That looks nice. I'm just gonna give it a scrape just to make sure that nothing is stuck at the bottom of the pan and everything is mixed well. Next, I'm gonna add vanilla to this and give it a mix. Next, I'm going to gradually add about a cup of sugar into the buttercream and mix it until the sugar is incorporated well into the frosting. And I'm going to repeat that until all of my sugar is incorporated into the buttercream frosting. There we have it, guys. Our nice and creamy mascarpone buttercream frosting is ready. Now let's go ahead and assemble our cake together. Put my first layer of cake onto my cake stand. I'm going to add a good amount of frosting on top of it to layer in between our cakes. Next I will put the next layer of cake on top of it. And now I'm going to cover the entire cake with some more frosting. There we have it, guys. I have covered the entire cake with the delicious mascarpone buttercream frosting. This is pretty much ready. You could serve this cake as is, cut a piece of it, and it's going to taste amazing. But since I'm making this for holidays, I'm going to decorate this further. Here I have some more buttercream that is left after decorating the cake. So I'm going to add some chocolate to it and make it into a chocolate buttercream frosting and decorate the cake further. This is the chocolate frosting that we just made. And here I have some cones. I just took the regular cones and cut them into different heights. So we're going to turn these cones into trees. I have my cake and also my trees ready, guys, so let's go ahead and assemble this. I'm going to take this big tree and place it on one corner of the cake, and I will take these two small trees and kind of place next to that big tree. I'll take this another big tree and put it on the other side corner of the cake, and this medium tree next to it. Now I'm just going to cover the tops of this tree with more chocolate buttercream frosting. To give it even more festive look, I'm going to add the pieces of the cone to the sides of the cake, just like that. And I'm going to add more of this chocolate buttercream onto those pieces of cone. And once the trees are decorated, I'm going to add some sprinkles on top just to make it more festive. Finally, dust some powdered sugar to give it that snow look. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Give me a thumbs up and make sure to hit the subscribe button so that I can see another video. Until then, bye!